inside his own 15. Let's see how far he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'll try the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously.
Finding some room. Once he got some room, it was over.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have the answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Underwood to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the 1st down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on 1st and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I love
have the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms. They start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
With the catch, it's Hansen. Looking for room at the 40. Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. This is a designed run. Makes it past the marker. A lot of room to the right. He is in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Working that left side now. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. A first down for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Could be an alley. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. Second and long coming up. Throwing, Underwood. Got a man, it's Hansen. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. And Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to.
Makes the grab in their space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Touchdown Sooners! He got it, feet down in bounds.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Here's Underwood to throw. The short hands, it's Hansen. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Underwood, under fire. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, man, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. Those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Right on the money. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They believe they can run right here. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 8 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Gators coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Motion from the wide receiver. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab on the left. Continues to fight for yards. Caught, and he's got room. To the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Grab behind the line. It's Zategna. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That false start really puts them in the hole. Here comes second and 14. Now on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with second and 13. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The RPO, it's complete. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! His third touchdown of this game, and his third on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Catch and stride inside the 15. Into the house. Touchdown, Sooners.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Gets the back moving. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Throwing, Underwood. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. Underwood in the gun on third down. Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Stay up. Lily.
Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Again, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the boot, looking for his man. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes a deep grab. Speeding down the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss. You get to come back home, and this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Hansen. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback.
Got it down the field. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Wolverines, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Underwood on the play action. Gets it to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Goes high to pull it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw. It's Mateer. He wants to go deep. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, you get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
Spade east. Team.
Underwood. He's taking a deep shot. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. On target over the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Bang. Ruby. Look. Bender. Hold.
Throwing, Underwood. He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Again, it's Underwood. Here's the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team if they play like that. Moving forward, if